And we're live.
Hi, welcome to Chat Beer Get Banged, the podcast about chatting beer and shit with my co-host Dennis Van Clouten.
No, I'm Harry Van
You're
Hooydonk.
Harry Van Hooydonk. I'm Dennis Van Clouten, and today we're going to be chatting about beer.
You can just call us Doink and Dink. The fucking clowns.
Okay, pause for theme music. Edit some theme music in. Shut up. Go. What's the first beer? Wait, hang on, let me just set the scene. We're sitting in the off license. Alex is the manager, surrounded by loads of beer.
245
245 different beers.
6 different styles.
6 different styles. You've got IPA, Stout, and then 5 other different types of IPA. It's like being a grown-up kid in a sweet shop, or like decadent late-stage capitalism. Who needs this much choice, Alex?
I know I do.
Twat.
Oh, did you hear that?
What's the first beer?
Right, introducing the first beer. Hailing from the border of Northamptonshire and Leicestershire, we've got a little whopper from Three Hills Brewing. It's called Hops You Don't Grow on Trees, Volume 2, Part 2, featuring Cryo, Mosaic and Eldorado. It's a 4.8% New England IPA, otherwise known as NEPAs to the experienced beer heads.
Hop heads.
Oh, sorry.
They're called hop heads.
Yeah, proper hop heads. I'm just pouring it now.
So,
I get more.
Let's have a look at the can first of all. Before,
Yeah,
before you look at the beer.
I'll decant it.
The can of a craft beer is an important part of the experience, the overall experience.
It's the foot in the door.
May I?
Yeah, I'm just finishing it off. There you go.
First thing you notice, it's a black can. The metal's black, that's what I mean, but they've got a wraparound pink label. It's one of them wraparound, looks pretty cheap. These guys look a little bit amateurish, to be honest. There's no barcode on it.
Well, I know.
There's not even the little fat woman with the cross through her to say don't drink when pregnant. I mean, I thought that was a legal requirement.
These guys are very, very small. They're very small batch. I've had some beer from them before, and it's been absolutely
You sure
superb.
it's just a home brewer?
They're the next best thing. They're like homebrew commercial brewers.
Since when's a homebrew a good thing?
I've had some fantastic homebrew recently, so
From your mate Jimmy?
not had any from Jimmy for a while.
I haven't. He used to bring.
But from
something.
Alan Duncan, special shout out to Alan Duncan for shouting me his New England IPA last weekend.
Okay, so Hops Don't Grow on Trees by Three Hills. What's it look like in the glass?
It's pretty much opaque. It's a nice kind of golden yellow. It's got good head retention, nice crystal white head. I can smell it from about a foot away. It smells mega hoppy, mega hoppy.
Oh yeah.
It's really fresh.
Go on, give it a good sniff.
Yeah, you got to swill it round, get the air in it.
Is that how you do? Swing it around?
You aerate the beer.
Aerate the beer.
I smell it.
That?
Yeah, it smells fresh. You got.
I guess the kind of glassware. You're one of these guys who thinks the kind of glassware matters as well. You wouldn't just drink it straight out of the can, would you?
No, I wouldn't drink it out of the can, no, because that's you'd be an absolute.
I think you've got some sediment.
Shut up!
You've got some.
Stop talking.
I think you've poured some sediment in here, mate. Is it supposed to be like that? Is that what New England means?
Look, if you're going to be a twat about it, I'll turn
All
it
right.
off.
Okay.
Listen, this beer smells great. What are you getting on the nose, mate?
Pine, fresh pineapple juice.
I would absolutely agree with that.
Wow, really?
Piney, resinous, pineapple, grapefruit, all the fresh fruits. Let's have a swig.
Don't do that thing where you smack your lips, where people taste beers at the bar, right? And then they just go at you. It's well annoying.
That's like a Roundtree's fruit pastel. Like an orange and yellow Roundtree's fruit pastel mixed together.
Actually, it's pretty tasty, mate.
It's really nice. For 4.8, I don't usually drink anything below 6%.
Why your marriage is so good.
Hey,
Oh, sorry, mate.
bit below about that. Anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah. Moving on. So yeah, we've got round juice fruit pastilles in a glass there. It's really tasty. It's a little bit thin on the mouthfeel. It's not got the volume and body that you'd expect from a New England IPA. It's got it's quite carbonated. It's not overly carbonated. It's probably just right.
A bit bitter.
Lends itself well to a hoppy beer because the bubbles coming up gives off more of a hoppy flavour.
You're just making it up.
No, serious. It's good.
Okay, so would a hophead appreciate that beer? Before we talk about price,
I don't think they can't appreciate it. I'm not sure how you drink that and go, ooh, that. You know, if you're into New England IPAs, you like hazy beer and you like massive hot flavours, this is absolutely a beer for you.
okay. Now, let me just give you some background on how we price beers here at the off license, because when I tell you the retail price of this beer, you're going to think, well, why is it so high? We have to add our margin to it, right? And our margin is 40%. What that means, the way VAT works, I won't bore you with it, but you take the cost price, shut up, you take the cost price of the beer and you double it and we get our margin of 40%. Sometimes we drop it to about 35%. So this beer's retailing at £5.10 a can. £5.10, and it's a 440ml, right? It's not a pint can.
Yeah.
Some people would say that's expensive. Some people say that's cheap for this kind of beer.
But, I mean, I'll counter that with,
Go on.
can you put a price on exceptionally good beer?
Yeah.
If it's good, what does the price matter is what I'm trying to get at.
Well, if you give me a choice between drinking 5 mediocre beers and 1 good beer, I'm going to choose the 5 mediocre beers.
Why?
Because I'm not all about the taste. Sometimes I like to get a rep.
Look, listen. For the benefit of the people listening.
Oh, okay, sorry.
For the benefit of the people listening, I'm trying to convert this oaf, this Philistine. I'm sure he'd be happy with four cans of Boddington's bitter.
I like that beer. What's it called? Michelob. That's a good one. Comes in a funny bottle.
Oh dear.
Sorry, mate. Sorry. I know more about beer than I'm letting on. I probably know more about beer than Alex, to be honest with you. I've been on a couple of brewery tours, all right?
I've done a course, mate.
Beer. The reason this podcast is short is called Chat Beer Get Banged is because sometimes beer chat can be boring, man. Right?
Speak for yourself.
Well, no, it can. You know, when someone's just obsessed with hops and they're at the bar and they're talking at you about, I like to make stuff up. I like to say, they say, what hops are in this? I say, Himalayan hops. And they say, oh, never heard of that hop. I say, well, yeah, it's a thing. It's the Sherpas pick 'em, you know, just to try and catch them out.
But also, I don't know whether you guessed by the name, the podcast is called Chat Beer Get Banged. We're obviously big Leicester City football fans. So whilst we're drinking the beer and we've gone through the tasting notes and what we reckon to it and what we think and you know all that jazz, we're going to talk about Leicester City as well because we've got a massive game coming up on Sunday. It's the difference between Europa League on a Thursday night in Cluj, wherever that is. I know it's in Romania. Or the Bernabeu.
And if you're listening to this and we've already beaten Man U, gutted Man U. Gutted.
Or if we did get beaten by Man U, that's fine because I'm quite happy with Europa League because we've got a chance of winning it.
Well, Chelsea could lose and we could both get Champions League.
Yeah, fair point.
No one likes Chelsea.
Yeah.
Apart from Johnny Vaughan.
And Donald McIntyre. Is Jamie Vardy going to get the golden boot?
Well, what has to happen for him not to get it? He's currently in the lead, right?
He's in the lead. Danny Ings needs to score 3. He needs to score a hat-trick, I think. Or maybe he needs to score 2. I can't remember.
Cool story. What's the next bit?
Well, we're not finished this bit yet.
We've only got half an hour for the podcast, mate. We've got 4 beers to get through.
Oh, right, okay.
That's what I said, get multiple glasses. I could just down the beers.
Yeah, for the benefit of the podcast.
Glad that wasn't your usual strength, mate. Oh, no. Dirty.
Next beer. Do you want to go left field or do you want to... Oh, no, we'll go up in strength. So this one is a single hop series, experimental hop series from Howling Hops in Hackney Wick. It is called... It's part of a series called Friends, Romans and Countrymen. This is the Friends one. And it's a DDH, for those who don't know. It's double dry hopped, single hop, pale ale, in brackets, HBC 522. So that is the experimental hop, HBC 522. So we may see this on the common market in a few months, maybe years' time, when they've perfected the genome. But for the time being, it's a 5.5% similar sort of style. It doesn't say it's a NEPA, or New England IPA, but it's a single hop pale ale. So let's get it in the glass.
DDH sounds like Jake the Snake Roberts' finishing move.
I think it was Hunterhurst Helmsley with the DDT.
DDT. Right,
So
yes.
I'm educating this man at his own subcultures. So it's quite carbonated. I'm telling by pouring it into the glass.
Oh yeah.
It's
Glad we're splitting this.
It's very very opaque, very similar colour to the last one. It's like a golden straw.
Does that mean cloudy, opaque?
Yeah, it means you can't see through it.
Right. Oh, this one's even worse than that. The
Yeah,
last one.
I think it is a lot cloudier than the previous one, which would suggest it's in the New England IPA style. It's a lovely golden straw.
Fucking chicken soup, mate.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good sniff.
so see, I think you're lying there because I can't get anything off this.
Can't you?
No,
I'm getting...
I think it's because I've got a massive head on mine.
Speak for yourself.
Bloody hell! Just had a bit of a slurp of the head, and it's like, I hate to say it, it's a bit like washing up liquid. Eh? The beer doesn't taste like that.
Hang on, let's do the can. It's a silver can this time, but it's another amateur wraparound label. These guys have got a barcode, and they've got the fat lady. It looks like wallpaper, and all the information is really tiny writing at the bottom. So this thing they've done where they've gone Friends, Romans, Countrymen, you want to be able to line them up on a shelf and see the joke. You just can't see it because it's tiny writing at the bottom. It's a good job this is aimed at young people because old people would not be able to read that, especially the strength. They'll be squinting.
Well, you're generalising old people, suggesting that they're all blind and can't read. I don't think that's entirely fair. But you're right. The can, the branding itself, I think they're going for a particular kind of asymmetric pattern, or geometric pattern is what I mean, not asymmetric. Geometric pattern that is kind of perhaps synonymous with this particular brewery. Howling Hops, the logo is about a diameter square. Square. Diameter in radius. No, what am I talking about? Centimetre in diameter, that's what I mean.
Like your dick. Look at this. It says the hops. Guess what hop it is? From trying it, guess what hop it is? Because I think they've made this hop up. I don't think you'll ever get it in a million years.
Well, I've just said it, HBC 522.
No. The name of that's the fucking Latin name. I'm talking about the common name of the hop that they've put on this can.
Don't know, go on.
Yakima Chief.
Yakima is a valley in the Washington state.
Yeah, right.
And it's an Indian reservation. Chief, Yakima Valley.
No wonder.
Don't be a div. Don't be a div.
I don't.
Bow to my superiority.
Respect my heart.
Right, I'm telling you now, Yakima Valley is in.
Right. So instead of putting HSBC 5021, why didn't they put Yakima Chief in brackets?
You can't say HSBC.
Why not? They're criminals, mate.
You can't say that.
They are. Come at me, bro. Lawyer boy. Come at me, bro.
It's libelous, mate.
No, fuck that. It's a podcast. You do what you want on a podcast. It's not like television. It's not like radio. I've been on Radio 5 Live, by the way.
Right, anyway, taste the beer. Shut up. Stop talking about the can. It's really boring. The beer... It's very, very dry. Very dry. It's quite soapy.
Makes me suck my teeth.
Yeah. It is. It has got a kind of soapiness to it that... It's not unpleasant. I mean, I don't know whether you ever chewed a bar of soap when you were a kid.
I fell asleep in the bath before and got a face full of bath bubbles. It's kind of like that, you reckon?
No. I think that's very unfair. So, it's like walking into Lush. You know, that high street shop.
I fucking hate it when they ask you, does your girlfriend have more baths or showers? And you're like, I don't... probably as like a normal person, she probably has both.
50-50.
50-50. I don't know. What do you think?
Does your boyfriend drink bitter or Neepers?
Nobody knows what a Nipah is.
I've got 2 of them.
I don't know if I'm going to finish that, mate. It's.
You're not keen?
I don't know.
No, I mean, it's nice. It's nice, but it's for me. It's 5.5%. It's not quite got the body that the previous beer had from Three Hills. This is I don't know the flavours. Like, I'm not really selling it as a. It's not soapy, but it has got that kind of cosmetic fragrance.
Oh,
taste.
look, it's from London. Hackney. Oh dear. The Bermondsey Mile, right? No, that's in Bermondsey. Hackney's different.
Hackney Wick, yeah.
Hackney Wick. Where guys like to mash in with each other.
North East, isn't it?
Guys with beards. You get some more glasses then?
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the third beer. Then we're going to go a bit away from the current styles of pales and Neepers. So we're going to go for a Tiramisu Imperial Stout. This bad boy retails in the shop at Elston at £7.
7 quid. For a 440ml.
For a 440ml, £7.
How much is that per mil, mate?
I don't know, I can't do quick maths.
Calculator there.
Where?
Just there, pass it over.
Can't see. Anyway, this is from London Beer Factory. Now, these are quite prestigious. They do some pretty good collaborations with the likes of Gamma. But this is called Zia from the London Beer Factory. It's a Tiramisu Imperial Stout at 9.2. I think I'll do the talking about the can this time because,
okay,
you know, I like the can. It's a silver can with a wraparound label, but it doesn't feel cheap and nasty. They've gone to town. The artwork on it is, it reminds me of like, I don't know, like a walnut dashboard. It's kind of iridescent. Maybe that's the condensation. Lots of info about it. There's a barcode. No pregnant women. No, sorry. Pregnant women don't drink or be sensible. The can's recyclable. And it's assured independent British craft brewery, SEBA authenticated.
Right, so that's where your 7 quid's going. SEBA membership fees. Those guys are rapacious.
The interesting thing about this can is it's got a different ring pull. Ooh, now this ring pull, I'll crack it open. You can take the entirety of the top of the can off. Now, I have experienced stuff like this before, and I actually quite like it because when pouring it, you can pour it like a normal person without getting glug and splashback from the lack of air going into the bottle. So it makes for a really smooth, nice, clean pour.
I see what you mean.
Yeah?
You can choose your head, basically.
Yeah, you can adjust the height of your pouring and the angle of your glass to get the head that you require.
Right, so tell me, tiramisu, what flavour is that meant to be? Because I'm not, I don't eat out a lot.
Tiramisu is like an Italian dessert.
What?
Coffee.
Coffee?
Chocolate and coffee.
Oh, right, okay.
Wow. I mean, and that's exactly what it is. Roasted chocolate. Dark roasted chocolate.
Oh, yeah, I can smell that.
Yeah? That is a treat.
Is it meant to be completely black?
Yes, it's an Imperial Stout.
What strength is an Imperial Stout?
It doesn't have to be a particular strength. Personally, I think Imperial Stout should be 10% plus, but this particular one is 9.2.
While I'm being the straight man, can I ask you, what's the difference between a stout and a porter?
Irrelevant in this current climate.
It's whatever the brewer wants to call it.
I reckon so.
Yeah, I think so as well. But if you get a person that thinks they know the difference and they want to tell you about it,
Leave it in the comments.
leave it in the no fucking comments. Just let them tell you. Just let them nod. Just nod and smile, and just let them tell you what they think the difference is, and then be safe in the knowledge that there is no difference.
Oh
What are you
my
making
god!
that face
Oh
for?
my god!
What are you making that orgasmic
Mate.
face for?
Because take a sip, and then you'll realise I've just had a sip of this Imperial Stout.
And now I knows your sex face.
I don't care. That was light sex. There's not a single hop to be spoken of.
Bastard, that is
It's so sweet,
rich, man.
you could pour that over some vanilla ice cream, Cornish vanilla ice cream, and it would be a heavenly dessert. That is heavy.
That's richer than the Koch brothers, mate.
Yeah. Oh, Christ Almighty!
I don't think I'm going to finish that for a different reason.
Why?
Well, it's. I've got to operate heavy machinery later on.
Oh right, yeah.
I've got to shift down the warehouse.
See, well, it's a good job. There's a beer hoover here, isn't there?
Mate,
Right, this is seriously good beer.
Who's it from again? London. Oh, another London brewery.
London Beer Factory.
Yeah.
I'm not,
Do they brew it underneath a railway arch by any chance?
Crafted in South East London.
South East, yeah, Bermondsey, yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine it is Bermondsey. I'm not entirely sure. The blurb on the back is a decadent stout modelled after the famed Italian dessert. Luscious mocha coffee aromas rise straight from the glass. Can't read. Drinking a velvety, creamy body is supported by rich roasted barley, backed by adjunct sweetness and roasty chocolate malts. A digestivo dessert and coffee
Hang on. If I pick that up in the off license and read all that on the back of the can, I'd put it back on the shelf because I wouldn't have to drink it then because I knew what it tasted like. It's like
Would curiosity not kill you?
Spoiler alert.
Would curiosity
No.
not kill you?
It's like picking up a copy. You go to the local Blockbuster and picking up Alien on VHS, like I did the other day, and reading that the droid.
Hello, 1992. I've got a Kieran for you. Yeah, he's lost his way a bit. Yeah, found him in Blockbuster. What's that?
It's a spoiler alert. I bet they've got a website, right? And I bet on that website there are 3 tabs at the top. One says, no, hear me out. I bet there's 3 tabs on the top of their website. One says, contact us. The other says, our beers. And the other says, our story. Our fucking story. No one cares. Just let the beer speak for itself, man.
No, I have to disagree with you. I think, like, you wouldn't pick up a book based on its cover and say it's called The Demolished Man. You want to read a synopsis, wouldn't you? You want to read what the book is about. Oh, that sounds interesting.
Make it 2 sentences then.
Why?
Bit of brevity.
I think that is apt because some people say that their beers are they claim that their beers are this particular beer.
Oh, okay.
And then you taste it and it comes out as you're like, oh, I'm bitterly disappointed.
This is me backing down.
Good.
This is me backing down. I take your point.
FFS. No,
You can tell you've got kids.
in short, I think it's very beneficial. And I think the blurb on the back absolutely does the beer justice, or other way round. Who cares? It's a good beer.
Right.
It's so thick.
What percent is it?
It's 9.2.
But I've had half a half, so that's going to be 2.5, right?
You had a third in there.
A third. Oh, 3.1 then.
It's I think a 440ml can is enough.
How many units? Does it say the units? None of them so far say the units, which is,
2.3 units.
2.3, right.
I could probably do 70 units in a day.
70? bollocks. I could do 30 if I was drinking all day and all night.
Who's been your player of the season?
Vardy, he's golden boot. You can't look any further than Vardy, mate. You don't.
All right, okay. If you're not allowed to choose Vardy, there's a caveat. You're not allowed to choose Vardy. Who's your player of the season? Who's been the most consistently good?
Johnny Evans.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Don't disagree with you. Cracking.
Another cliche.
Honestly, what a player. What a signing. Did we get him for free? Oh no, he's from West Brom, wasn't he?
Almost free.
Yeah, about 6 mil or something.
But they wish they still had him. They're going to need him now.
Yeah. Come on, you buggies.
Still. I'm glad they've come up, actually, the baggies.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed 6 points for City.
They've always been a bit of our bogey team. In the Premier League winning season, when Pulis was looking after them,
Yeah.
they came to us and we scraped a 2-2 draw. And he came out with that legendary interview afterwards, you remember? And he says, I'm so glad we got the 2 points. We were absolutely desperate for him. But in a way, I really, really wish that we didn't get 2 points against Leicester. The draw against Leicester, because I really want Leicester to go on to do it. And
Everybody loves Leicester. Apart from now,
because
now, if you say I'm from Leicester, people are going to back off, ain't they? What's the final beer, mate?
Final beer, just getting some glasses. Final beer is another London Beer Factory, because I'm excited to try these. Never tried them before, and we got them in the shop very recently. It's I'll just take it. It's another £7 because it's a double IPA at 8.5%. It's called Business Decision, and it's a collaboration between London Beer Factory and Basqueland Brewing. Again, exquisite looking can. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like it reminds me of like a dress, a pattern on a dress. En vogue. I'll read the little blurb on the back. Business Decision, a punchy double dry hop dipper. A dipper, for those who don't know what a dipper is a double IPA, brewed in collaboration, if I can say it, collaboration with Spanish stars Basqueland Brewing.
Can I stop you there?
Yeah.
What's a collaboration, for those who don't know?
Oh, well, let me read the rest of it, and then we'll go back to your point. Generously hopped at a ratio of 16 grams a litre. Right, okay, 16 grams of hops per litre. Immediate aromas of melon and mango move to a complex fruit salad, courtesy of the BBC hops. Wow, nationalised hops. Leave a lasting tropical sweetness. Oh, auntie.
Shall I tell you what I think a collaboration is?
Go on.
I think a collaboration is when craft brewers get together, wank each other off, and pass on the cost of the transport and accommodation to the customer.
Or it's just a massive marketing ploy. I'll put my name on your beer, we'll brew it over here, and you put your name. I'll put my name on your beer, and I mean, we don't mean to be cynics, but they could literally have travelled to each other and said, all right, let's brew one here, and you can brew one over at us. A bit like a beer exchange.
If you're listening from a brewery, especially a craft beer brewery, just remember our opinions don't matter. We're just two drunken twats.
We're not drunken twats. We know a bit.
Not yet. We're getting there, mate.
We're in the industry. We know a bit. Wow. Another one of those lovely cans that takes the whole top off. I'm about to pour it.
You're not holding back there, are you?
No, I need to get the air. Poured it from a bit haphazardly, but I want a nice big head, and I want the air to come through it as well.
The way you talk, on this podcast, you could have been a
sommelier.
No, you're already smelly enough.
Anyway,
you could have been a TV chef.
Yeah, melon. No, absolutely. I mean, right. If anything else, London Beer Factory know what they're brewing and they know how to describe their beer.
That's my favourite so far.
By smell?
By smell.
Okay. It's got that kind of melony skunkiness that you'd associate with a nice fat bud of marijuana. But because, of course, hops are a member of the same family as...
Oh, they?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I'm not kidding you, mate. I'm not kidding you. Hops belong to the same family of plant as marijuana, cannabis.
Wow.
The only difference is hops don't contain THC.
Tender loving care. No, that's TLC. Sorry.
Tetrahydrochloride. Hydrochloride.
Well,
Something like that.
with genetic engineering, maybe someone could put some THC into hops. But people have brewed beer with hemp, right? Anyway.
Yeah. You tried it?
Yeah, I have actually. I can't remember what it tastes like. Let me try it again. Oh yeah,
That's a big beer.
that is a bit. What's the strength, mate?
8.5?
Yeah, 3.7 units per can.
How can it be? When this is 2.3 units?
I think there's a misprint on that can, mate.
Right, so we're just having a bit of a dispute here. On the 9.2%... On the 9.2% Imperial Stout from London Beer Factory, it says that 440ml serving is 2.3 units. On the business decision, which is the double IPA 8.5%, which is 0.7% lower in ABV, it says 3.7 units.
This kind of thing can matter if you're preggers or something and you're having a
Yeah,
beer.
that's a bit naughty. That's a bit naughty. How much did you tell your doctor? How much do you drink? Well, I had 2.3 units last night. No, you didn't, mate. No, you didn't. You had close to 4 units. 2 units is a pint of beer. 2 units is a pint of 5% beer.
Is it?
Yeah.
A misprint then?
Yeah, that's a
They
misprint.
must have done that label for the 330ml can, hey?
Perhaps, yeah. But it says, but they've specifically said 440ml. 440ml serving size, 9.2% alcohol by volume, and 2.3 units. Ooh. Anyway, back to the beer.
Yes.
Let's not pick holes in people's stuff.
Fair enough.
The beer, yeah.
Trying.
They've absolutely got it spot on again. You've got massive aromas of melon. You've got a nice melony sweetness. I like melony sweetness.
Is she related to Melanie Sykes?
Was she in the Spice Girls? Massive body. It's got that sweetness because 8.5%. You'd expect an element of sweetness for the ABV. But yeah, that's a superb beer. Another superb beer. Very good.
I'm a bit tipsy now, mate. How long we got left on the podcast?
Well, I think we're about ready to wrap it up. Can I have a favourite? Going from just to recap.
Yeah.
First beer we tried was a New England IPA from Three Hills Brewing. It's called Hops Don't Grow on Trees Volume 2, Part 2, Cryo Mosaic and El Dorado. Beer number 2 from Howling Hops, Hackney Wick, was the Friends from the Friends Romans and Countrymen series, a double dry hopped single hop pale HBC 522, not HSBC, and that was at 5.5%. Then in number 3 we had the London Beer Factory Zia, that's ZIA, it's a Tiramisu Imperial Stout at 9.2%. And finally, another London Beer Factory beer called it's a collaboration between Baslan, the Spanish giants apparently, called Business Decision, a double IPA at 8.5% by volume. Choose your best. Choose your favourite.
Well, I would say value for money. This one, the Business Decision.
You think? What, £7?
£7, but it's 9%. 8.5, whatever. Value for money and a cracking beer. The Tiramisu, I don't like tiramisu, but it's stonking if you do.
Yeah.
The DDH, I could probably leave that one. And was it Friends from Howling Hops? I'd probably leave that one. If the Three Hills NEPA was £1 less, I'd probably buy that. It's not great value, but it's a beautiful beer.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah? Is that fair enough?
Yeah. That's. I'll take that. I'll take that. Right, me. In a lowly fourth, not because it was a bad beer, just because it wasn't to my taste, was the Howling Hops single hop series HBC 522 Friends. Felt it's a bit soapy.
HBC 522, is that Yakima Chief Hops?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Wow, your knowledge.
Hey.
Jeez. Then I'm going to go with the business decision in third place. Great beer, but a bit too sweet. Bit too sweet. Big beer. Bit too sweet for me.
Okay.
Then, this Three Hills, despite its price at $5.10, what a beer. 4.8. How do they get the flavour from a 4.8? I usually don't drink anything below 6 for that reason, because of the body, because of the mouthfeel. I don't think it would be up to much, but that has proven me wrong. What a beer. My favourite, despite me slagging off a beer for being too sweet, but you don't expect sweetness from an IPA. Perhaps you would from a double IPA. But that Zia, the Tiramisu Imperial Stout, wow. That's an ender. That's a last beer of the night. And I've still got to work a shift.
It's going to finish you off.
On that note,
beer.
Thank you for listening to the inaugural Chat Beer Get Banged.
Don't know if it's going to be weekly or monthly or what, but we'll try and do this again when we have a chance, eh?
Yeah, we both got kids. We both work hard. We both play hard.
Fuck off, you dickhead. You fucking wank hard, mate.
See you in a bit, kids.
Bye-bye.